Hello, Old Saybrook parents, guardians, and students. I'm Superintendent Jan Peruccio. Today is August 6th, and this is the Superintendent's Summer Update number 5. After working very closely with my fellow administrators, teachers, communicating with parents, taking advice and input from lots of folks, including students, and working with other superintendents in the region and in the state, Old Saybrook Public Schools is prepared to open schools in full starting October 5th, 2020. So we will go to full 5 days a week on October 5th, 2020. Until then, beginning September 1st, 2020, we will open schools in a hybrid schedule. And that means that there'll be 2 cohorts of students coming in. One group earlier in the week, one group later in the week. And I'll break down what that means since we start the year with 2 4-day weeks in a minute. Cohort 1 is the group whose last names begin with the letter A all the way to the last name that begins LAC. Cohort 2 is students with last names that begin with the letters LAD through Z. And typically that will be a Monday, Tuesday for cohort 1 and a Thursday, Friday for cohort 2. Why did we make this decision? Our health numbers are quite good, and we did consult with the health department before making this decision. But the reason why we made this decision has more to do with how different school is going to be at the beginning of this year. Our staff and our students need to get used to that, and there are a lot of moving parts, best handled in smaller groups. It will allow for some social distancing during the warmest time of the year, and as you know, each of our buildings is not air conditioned. Our 3 goals have been all along: health and wellness, including physical and mental health; 2, academic rigor; and 3, working with families. And I know there's some working moms and dads right now who are thinking, how can we open in a hybrid? We need to get back to work. And we know that that's a problem. We have been working with a lot of our local agencies to find out how we can support that. And hope that we'll be able to find ways to connect people to help each other with childcare. But first and foremost, health and safety, we felt this was the best way to get started. The first 2 weeks are a little bit more complicated because they're both 4-day weeks. The first day of school for students is September 1st, which is a Tuesday. That week, students who are in cohort 1, so that's A through LAC, will come to school on Tuesday and Wednesday. Students who are in cohort 2, so that's LAD through Z, will come to school on Thursday and Friday. The following week, of course, is Labor Day, so that's another 4-day week, and we're going to use the same schedule. On Tuesday and Wednesday, cohort 1. On Thursday and Friday, cohort 2. After that, we're going to go to our hybrid schedule that was sent to the state and is currently on our website. And that is for the weeks of September 14th, 21st, and 28th. Cohort 1 will come to school Monday, Tuesday. Cohort 2 will come to school Thursday, Friday. And Wednesday is a distance learning day for all. What this will do is allow us to have custodians cleaning in the buildings on Wednesday and students home. There'll be 5 days between each cohort group, and we think that that's a great way for us to keep the cohorts separate and to mitigate any exposure. And it will allow us to safely clean Wednesdays and over the weekend. Those first 2 weeks, we're going to do our cleaning at night. We'll bring on extra custodians at night. That will incur some overtime to make sure that our buildings are clean because there'll be no break between the 2 cohorts. So to summarize, we open for students on the 1st in a hybrid schedule. The first 2 weeks are 4-day weeks, and the first week is also half days. Cohort 1 will come in on Tuesday, Wednesday. Cohort 2 on Thursday, Friday. The second week is full days, same schedule. Cohort 1 on Tuesday, Wednesday. Cohort 2 on Thursday, Friday. The weeks of September 14th, 21st, and 28th. Cohort 1 on Monday, Tuesday. Everybody on distance learning on Wednesday. Cohort 2 on Thursday, Friday. On October 5th, it is our plan to open for all students as long as the situation in our state, region, or locally allows us to do that. What's happening with everybody when they're in distance learning? It's going to be somewhat different from what it was last year. It's going to be synchronous learning, so students will have computers or devices. They will be in the classroom for part of the time with their teachers and fellow students. The Google Classrooms will be used extensively, both for students in and out of the building. And this is preparation, too, for what could happen in the future. I'm hoping that the state has done a great job and we're going to keep our numbers down and our community is going to continue to wear masks and socially distance and our numbers won't spike again. But if they do, we have the technology ready, we have the Google Classroom set up, and we will be ready to go in that eventuality as well. But for now, we plan to be open October 5th for everyone and a hybrid on September 1st. And of course, we will be doing a parent meeting again next week, at least one. So be looking for that invitation, and we'll do another video next week with more details. I know you have lots of questions about lunches and buses, and we're going to be providing those answers for you. In the meantime, on Monday, please be looking for a very important survey that we ask you to fill out for all of your children. This time, we're asking you to fill out a survey for each of your children. And that survey is going to ask you to tell us what your plans are for the coming year. It'll have questions about whether you're planning to send your child to school in person, if you're planning to use transportation, before and after care questions for grades K through 4, technology questions, and we will be using those to plan. So please be looking for that. There'll be kind of a quick turnaround time on that, and I appreciate and thank you in advance for filling it out. I hope you have a great weekend. Please continue to use our back to school email if you have questions, and I'll see you or talk to you next week.